Welcome to the Growlers and Gremlins podcast, an alcoholic adventure in cryptids, paranormal, and the occult. Coming to you weekly from the heartland of America.
Just go whenever.
Okay, going whenever. Fuck, I forgot. Welcome to the Growlers and Gremlins podcast. I am everyone's favorite host, Brian. To my right, I have a bearded prick named...
John, your Lord and Savior.
Yes, your Lord and Savior. All dragged to hell for it. And on my left, I have another bearded man, slightly less prickish.
I'm Jason, the analyst.
And on my right again, I have the King Beard himself, the biggest prick of all.
With really small teeth.
Kevin the Marine, and you can go fuck yourself.
Kevin, we didn't redo this to have the hostility.
I don't think I've ever seen your teeth. Just sitting so close to you.
Let me ask you a question. When have you ever seen me fucking smile?
Never.
Exactly.
Exactly.
All right, moving on from there, we have this unofficial sponsor, which is not a sponsor, Bell's Brewery.
Thanks for
from
explaining that.
Comstock, Michigan. We are drinking the special double cream stout, brewed and bottled by Bell's Brew Incorporated. That's about all I can say about it, because I haven't tried it yet. And we're going to see if this opener works. Hey, that thing's hefty. Hefty. John, stop being an asshole. All right. Jesus Christ, did you break the beer?
It sounded like
I didn't break the beer. I broke the bottle.
I think you have some broken glass in your beer now.
Little glass never killed anybody.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
it didn't. Kevin would know all about grinding glass into people's eyes.
You are just on a warpath for Kevin right from the start, aren't you?
He knows what's coming.
I do. He's going to get near me, and he's going to touch me.
By the end of the night, you're going to feel like a cream-filled donut.
I don't want to feel like a cream-filled donut.
Ooh, this one's good.
That is good.
It's okay. For a double cream stout. I don't like creamy stouts. Shut the fuck up, John. Shut the fuck up, John.
What?
Just shut the fuck up, John.
You don't like cream?
I feel like he thought I was going to say something funny, but I was just going to say, what do you like?
Not IPAs.
He likes the cream.
Or creamy stouts.
It'd have to grow on me. It's an acquired taste for that one.
We're in him.
I can't taste it.
All right, so once again, it is my turn to run the podcast. And as anybody that listened to the last Brian episode knows,
What have you meticulously researched for us today, Brian?
that means
Not a fucking
that
thing.
I have absolutely nothing to run on. I can think of a lot of things, and we can explain.
All right, rapid fire, 5 topics right now.
Rapid fire, 5 topics about...
And we're going to pick one. You just rattle off 5 topics, we're going to pick one.
I don't... John, you put me on the spot.
No shit.
Yeah, this is your episode.
I don't...
We put you on a spot
The whole point.
a month later.
Sorry, I was out of town for 6 weeks. 4 weeks. Shut
It's
up.
not like you were...
We're also 2 weeks late recording, too.
Yeah, but
It's
I
not
got
like
really
you were-
busy at work.
It's not like you were in another state actually, I don't know, talking to people, trying to get laid. You had nothing to do once the workday ended.
The hotel didn't have Wi-Fi.
And I had no signal.
Is what
It
he said.
sucked here. I hated that hotel.
Get
Talking
it
to
together,
you,
Naperville, Illinois.
I think it was Naperville. It was Naperville or Aurora. One of you, your Holiday Inn sucks.
What we've learned so far is he doesn't know where the fuck anything is.
Yes.
I know where Illinois is.
Where's Cincinnati, Brian?
Southwest corner of Ohio.
Absolutely.
Holy shit.
I thought you were about to say southwest corner of Indiana.
I was ready to
Shut
just
up.
jump on that.
No.
All right, so Brian, what is your topic this week?
Well, I think we were all trying to stick together with the military cryptid thing. So I started to look into the occult dabblings of the Reds from 1917.
The Cincinnati Reds?
No, the Red Army back during the Bolshevik Revolution, because it was said that the Reds were using the occult to kind of fight the whites, and it was
Who are the whites?
the army loyal to the Tsar of Russia.
This motherfucker cannot get away from the Russians. We had a good
Kevin.
we got a good thing going with that Nazi bullshit John
You
brought
didn't let
earlier.
me finish, and he
Okay.
kept asking questions.
Okay.
Because you know who else was into the occult?
The Nazis.
The Nazis.
Yeah.
And they were really stupidly into it there in the last year. With the walls closing in, with the Russians, and the wall of the Americans, and the slightly very tiny wall of the French and British. Actually, the British, no. The French had a very small wall.
They didn't even have a fucking picket fence.
No, they had a Maginot line that ended. And then everybody just walked around it like normal people. When you see an 8-foot tall fence sitting in your way and you're driving a Panzer, you go through the fence or you go around the fence?
Go around. You don't want to ding your Panzer.
Yeah, you don't want to scratch your paint job. Those Tigers don't get damaged. They get stuck really easily.
So the topic is what?
Well,
Wow. Look at us throw him off.
Why don't you just tell us your life story?
I don't want to tell you my life story. Back in 1907 when I was born,
How old are you?
27.
And you're still a virgin.
Yeah. You got a problem with that, Kevin?
Well, Brian, you can tell your life story, or I will tell it for you.
I kind of want to hear what your telling of it would be for me, because I think you don't have enough plan to make it run long.
It doesn't have to run long.
Doesn't
It's
have
just-
to run long. Your life is not going to run long.
Exactly.
we can just hit the highlights. Every fucked up thing you've
All
ever
three
done.
of them. All three highlights.
I'm going to say what highlights. There is no highlight to my life.
Yeah, it's a series of lows.
It's a series of lower lows.
He did manage to make it out of high school.
I did.
Barely.
Let's be honest. That was a pity fuck.
Yeah, basically.
Look, this motherfucker will be back again next year for only 7 years senior.
So if we're just going to talk about Brian this
No.
episode, let's talk about young Brian.
Is this
Brian,
what I get for not having a topic?
You're damn right.
You know, we were trying to hand feed you a topic, and you wouldn't take it.
I don't know anything. I don't know enough about it.
You don't know shit. Exactly.
That's what research is for.
That's what
So,
the life story of Brian is.
You know when
don't
somebody says
shit.
they really left their mark, they
The
made
life
their
of
mark.
Brian.
So, yeah, the life of Brian. That's what we should call this episode.
The life and times of
Brian actually did make his mark
I
in
made
high
no
school.
marks.
He left a dent in the wall in the back of an English classroom where he used to sit at the back of the class and repeatedly beat his head into the wall until it had a dent.
See, Kevin, I'm making my own patience list for you there.
No shit. Boy, I'd love to have you under my control.
I would like to.
Brian is the
never-
only person I know who took freshman English 3 years in a row.
Well, I'm sorry. It was such a boring fucking class. Why is this assault?
Nice.
I spilled my beer on Brian.
God,
Oh, it's just continuing.
Yes.
Oh, great.
Thank God this isn't my house.
I'm going to wipe this up with my sock. There we go.
my sock is all stouty.
Wow, it's nothing but foam.
Good job.
Can we pause the recording?
So what were you saying there?
Okay, so Brian took freshman English 3 years in a row, which was just enough time for the teacher who had been teaching freshman English my freshman year to have retired and then be replaced by another teacher who also taught senior English. So Brian finally finished freshman English to then senior year have his freshman English teacher again as his senior English teacher.
Okay. Two things. Took freshman English twice.
Thrice.
Twice.
Thrice.
Twice.
Thrice.
I took the teacher you're talking about, Davis, had him for junior English.
He didn't teach junior English. He taught senior English and freshman English.
I did not have 3 years of freshman.
That's what you think.
That is what I think. I don't know if I'm right or not.
We'll see by that time, by junior year, by your third time taking the class, you just called it English.
I don't like it.
See, the problem was that you had the same teacher for 2 years.
She was
and-
gone after, because I went to Bontrager for sophomore. I didn't have her for,
You had Bontrager for your sophomore year of English?
Yeah.
So that means you only took freshman English once. My whole world is collapsing because Bontrager was sophomore English.
no, I took it like 2 times. I just never passed it.
Oh.
That's not a requirement in this state.
It is.
English isn't necessary in America anymore.
Spanish.
Nobody really needs to know how to speak or write.
Who was it?
Brian,
Who was it? He can't.
No one speaks or writes anymore anyway. It's all like leet speak and bullshit on.
That's why you
Who
can't
doesn't
spell.
want elite speaking?
What is leet speak?
Gamer speak.
Yeah.
What is that?
You're a noob.
Those stupid like little like,
13.
abbreviations.
Oh, I don't use those.
Nobody does. It's stupid bullshit for the internet.
Yeah, the internet's like full of it still.
Oh, I only text in full word.
Me too.
I also only comment on the internet in full word. That's why I don't use LOL ever.
Oh, I hate
Like
that.
Austin.
I hate people that say
Yeah,
Every
that.
text.
I hate that. I hate LOL.
And I keep telling him I'm going to stab him in the throat.
That's why I use onomatopoeia. I always say, ha-ha! Ha-ha!
Ow. Why do you got to do that?
I had to peak the audio for Jason.
Yeah, that makes you an asshat.
It makes me hate you later while I'm editing this.
Exactly.
But no, it's stupid comment on Twitch where they'll say emotes instead of like typing them. Oh, that was poggers. Like, oh, fuck off.
Poggers.
Oh, man. You know, the way that people do those, because you remember before emojis and emotes, like before those were like commonly inserted into every phone, you would make them
Right.
out of like a colon and a parentheses for like a smiley face. My dad consistently always gave his smiley faces noses, and it would really weird me out.
Or what's the new ones, like the uwu faces, the yeah. Where
It's just going back to it. They're just using the wide face instead of the slice. This is going to suck for the next 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have thought of a topic that we could talk about.
No
I
shit.
should have. Some more stories from the life of Brian.
I don't want to.
Do you remember when this dumb motherfucker was the step and fetch it bitch at his last
gopher?
employer?
I loved those days. I cherish those days.
Push boy.
Because I tried to get him a promotion. I tried to teach him things.
I was willing to learn.
And he was willing to learn.
Joe wouldn't let me.
But the boss said, no, he's hopeless. Don't bother.
shit.
I was like,
teaching a gorilla to
I'm
paint.
sure
What's
I
the
can
point?
teach him some things. And he's like, no, it's too much of a liability.
No shit. I just remember him walking around the corner, carrying that big ass fuel tank, Mongo.
Yeah.
The only thing he's good for, lift things.
That
Me
was
Mongo.
That was the day when no one knew. The days when no one knew his name. He was just Mongo.
And my phone I still have him down as Brian Mongo.
Jesus Christ.
I've known you how many years now?
5.
6.
What's your last name?
Loss.
Are you asking or are you telling?
I was saying.
It's Hoss.
So every job I go to, nobody uses my real name.
Yeah, you tend to pick up nicknames.
Yeah.
Come here, stupid.
That was, yeah.
I don't ever pick up nicknames.
That's because you have a nickname for a name.
I
You're
do.
John.
I do. It's unfortunate, though. And I'm not a nickname giver. I've just never been that guy.
Kevin is.
You're goddamn right.
Like, some people have a gift for giving nicknames. Like, say what you will, but Donald Trump is a master of nickname giving.
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe, Shifty Adam Schiff. Like, he just pumps them out. And they're not good, but it's enough.
Pocahontas
It's enough to
Warren.
stick. You know what I mean? Like, you can get a nickname that sticks in somebody's head, and I've never been one of those people that can just give somebody a nickname that sticks.
Like Ever Alone Jason.
Watch list Kevin.
Watchless Kevin, Bad Touch Kevin.
But no, if anybody's forever alone, it's forever alone Brian.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh.
but that's
You've
willingly.
actually seen a woman naked, haven't you?
So quite a
Hey,
few.
well, that wasn't it wasn't your mother.
Tell us about that, Brian.
I don't know.
Does it still give you a funny feeling deep down inside?
No.
Doesn't? Yeah, you've worked all that out.
No. I never had that feeling in my life.
I have never met Brian's mom. A little background, Brian and I have been friends for pushing 10 years now, and I've never met his mother.
Darn.
Met his dad.
Yeah. And what did you say to me about him?
He has the biggest hands I've ever seen.
I don't know why, but I think that wasn't what you told me.
I'd like him to carry me?
You're making it weird now. I don't like
He's
this.
making it weird, and he keeps getting quieter with each statement. Like he's trying to hide from what he's saying.
It's interesting. His dad's like, he's the biggest person you'll ever see that is not freakishly tall. His dad's like 6'2", 6'3", but he gives off the impression that he's 7 feet tall because he's just such a big person. Like his hands are huge and his head is gigantic.
So what you're telling me?
And that's where Brian gets it. Like Brian is like, he gives off this feeling that he is this gigantic person, but he's just like slightly above average height. He just has humongous hands and a really big head.
I don't know how to feel about this because I feel like I'm just waiting for the insult to come.
I'm hoping you feel that next time you'll do a little bit of research.
Well, sorry.
That's what we told him last time.
Okay, last time it was just my fault. This time I was actually out of town working consistently.
This is a good exercise for you. When you're working, you could actually try thinking.
I do. I have to. If I don't think on my job, I die.
Like I said, try thinking.
We'll get you some audiobooks or something,
No, I listen to podcasts.
I'm like a genetic anomaly.
How about you work on a podcast while you're working?
I am going to try. You know what? Right now I'm thinking about a topic that is nothing. So I'll find one in my brain.
Are you going to do a topic on nothing? The void?
The void is
the void between his ears.
The abyss?
The abyss is a scary topic.
You stare into the abyss stares back at you.
Yeah, that's why we got the Abyss Watchers.
What?
Nothing, don't worry about it.
No, that's a topic. What's that?
The Abyss Watchers?
Yeah.
No, it's an SCP. Hang
No,
on.
it's not.
Is it Dark Souls?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you.
Knight Artorias.
Come on.
He's out there protecting everyone. You know, Guts, Sif, all of them running around, killing.
I managed to
Abominate.
play that without learning any of the lore. So I just did not give a shit.
Funny fun fact, though.
Funny fun
Like I
fact.
just
My
said,
God.
I'm like a weird genetic anomaly. My dad wears like a size 8 shoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your dad looks like a fucking weeble wobble.
Yes, he does.
He does.
And-
My mom used to say that
and
when I was a kid.
Another 5 years when the diabetes really kicks in,
He will be a weeble wobble.
But really, though,
Wobble.
he wears like a size 8 shoe.
Why is that a genetic anomaly?
'Cause
I think there's over 1 billion people in the world that wear under a size 8 shoe.
Okay, well, okay,
only in
so
China.
And they're all Chinese.
Fuck you, I got it first.
yes, but
Is your dad Chinese?
no, it's just he's biologically my father, and I wear a size 13.
But then you got your mom's freak genetics for everything else.
My mom's like 5'6".
Yeah, but her family?
Not laying down.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, those are deployed.
You guys are so close in age. It's gross. No,
Oh.
actually, like my mom's like quite a bit older than you.
How old is she?
55.
Well, you know, my wife's 54.
Oh, that's right. You're into that.
I could.
And your wife is close to expiring.
Goddamn right she is.
So with an acceleration in my dad's diabetes, an acceleration in your wife's dyingness, you could soon be my stepfather.
You're damn right. Right now, I'm just the boyfriend.
Now I understand why you told your mother not to listen to the podcast.
Well, see, I think Kevin and my mom are completely incompatible.
Because she's a nice, caring
They're
person.
polar opposites. My mom is
well-
like the beacon of goodness in this world, and Kevin is...
Opposites attract. I will give her a wild 3 months.
And you'll have a new brother.
I will cut her off from all her good friends and family. And when she comes back to you, she'll look like she'll look like Brian. The guy that had those dead eyes.
I do not have dead eyes.
Brian, you do have dead eyes.
I know.
There's
That's because I've
nothing
given
in
up
there.
on life.
Exactly.
Look at your gremlin avatar. You have dead eyes. And they go 2 different directions.
And that was drawn by somebody that thought you looked good.
That is true. Our artist found Brian to be quite sexy,
Trailer parks.
and yet still drew him with an underbite and 2 eyes, and his eyes go in 2 different ways.
See? Someone finds you sexy, Brian. You should jump on that.
Somebody in the world. I'm sure there's a Filipino that will find me sexy as well.
You're goddamn
For
right.
$100.
Well, why don't you give a shout out to our artist, because she is a listener.
I don't do what I'm told.
Just give her a shout out. Say, hey, I'm Brian.
This is getting weird, John. I don't like this.
I'll be your big sexy boy.
I don't like this anymore.
Please.
I'm gonna
take
find a
my
topic.
virginity. I love that word.
What, virginity?
Every time I look at you.
You want to stamp it on me?
I just love telling him about that. Like, Brian, somebody found you sexy, but they already have a boyfriend.
Okay. John, I've been alone for 27 years.
There's going to come a time where our Twitter may become, and our Instagram, may become entirely dedicated to sneak shots of Brian.
Why?
Because nobody's ever seen you. You have no social media.
We gotta do it like the Bigfoot pictures where he's never in focus.
Yeah.
Always blurred.
Yeah.
The Legend of Brian.
The Legend of Brian.
Just has that bag of M&Ms in front of his face.
Looks like Wilson. It's just,
No, it's
all
a-
you see is his eyes.
Well, let's get it right here. It's a bag of peach rings.
Do not make fun of my peach. As long as they're not the fucking Dollar General peach rings. Those are god awful.
You're
No.
right. Yeah, it's quality. It's got to be Brock's for you.
Did you see the apple pie rings that Dollar General's been selling lately?
No.
They're like this big.
No.
They're like 3 inches
No.
in diameter.
No.
And they're
You
called apple pie
keep
rings.
describing them. I haven't fucking seen them.
You put your penis through
I
'em.
think they might be good.
I doubt it.
I haven't tried them.
All their other rings kind of suck.
I haven't tried their
Ever
other
since they
rings.
got the big fluffy rings that are like, they're not the thin, thick ones.
I'll tell you what, though, being near a Dollar General now is a curse.
Why?
Because my daughter has cataloged every toy they sell. So what she'll do is she'll get something there. And then we'll be gone. And then the next day she'll go, "Oh, I left this there. No, we have to go to the store and get this." And I say, "Okay."
Well, that's because you're a big pussy.
And then we get to the store and she doesn't want that thing. She just wanted to go there and browse around and pick out more stuff. And then she'll catalog it and she'll remember that same other thing and try to get me to go back again to get it. So I solved it.
By not taking her to Dollar General
No,
anymore?
I solved it through weakness. I just buy that thing. So then the next time she asks me, telling me we have to go to the store to get that thing, I'm like, no, here it is. I already bought it.
Or you can just slap her in the back of the head every time she walks down that aisle.
I was going to say just hit her every time she says, "Go, I want to go to Dollar General and get the toy." No.
That's how
Have
you,
you seen her?
that's how you teach
Yeah,
children.
Could you tell her no?
Oh, hell
Yes.
yes.
No,
I smacked her before with a sock and bobber.
I can't.
Right in the face.
Can't tell her no.
See, I had an exact opposite issue with my daughter.
What's that?
We would take her to like Toys R Us and be like, "Okay, kids, you each pick one toy." Son would be like, "I want a $60 video game." I'm like, shit, all right, fine.
Mm-hmm.
Her, "I want a rubber ball."
Yeah.
It's like, how am I equally caring for my children when I spend $60 on one and like a quarter on the other?
See, the same thing applies even at a dollar store with my children, except it's the opposite direction. My daughter, we went today to Dollar General. And we walked out of there. My son spent $2.50. My daughter spent $11.
That's because she wants the fancy girl toys.
Mm-hmm.
Your son wants a candy bar and a stick.
A knife.
Yeah, he does want a knife.
He wants a knife on the end of a stick.
He wants a knife really bad.
You gotta get him one of those fake shaving kits.
No, Smoky Mountain Knife Works is selling wooden knives
Those still stab.
that you have to assemble. They're like little craft kits. You put them together. It's a
That
wooden
sounds cool.
pocket knife, and there's no sharpness.
I
to it
can't
or
wait for the
anything.
night you're sleeping and you just feel jab, 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 as he's poking you with it, standing above your bed. Just
It's like the movie Chucky. He's just running down the hall with this toy knife.
All of a sudden, you're saving a lot of money on girls' toys.
I think I'm safe with my children because this morning, as I was pretending to still be asleep as my wife was trying to wake me up,
wow, caring.
yes, my daughter was in the bed. She had crawled up there. She does this every morning, and she had cuddled up to me, and my wife was like, "Well, why don't you cuddle with me? Daddy's sleeping. Give me a hug." And she says, "No, I don't love you. I want a new mommy."
Oh, shit.
So I'm safe.
Well, your son did say, "I want to see your bones."
Well,
So is that the one you want to give a knife?
I'm going to say that the track record of Alicia's family dropping out relatively quickly after each other.
Oh, it's a family curse.
Alicia's going to be in like 2 years, so
No.
you better start looking.
The idea is that everyone surrounding my dad dies. Most of his childhood friends are dead. Then his children start to get married. Not long after my oldest sister got married,
Gonna get fucking shot.
her husband lost to the last of his parents. Then I got married. And
I'm in danger.
so after I got married, my wife lost her dad. And then my other sister's husband lost his dad. Now my wife has just lost her mom. So my brother-in-law's got to watch out for his mom.
I am in no danger.
I got one just like it.
I'm so used to
doesn't
Brian
say you.
throwing knives around that I don't even flinch anymore.
Oh,
He is constantly flipping knives around.
when you decided to show me your collection of guns, I'm like, I'm terrified for my life right now. 'Cause I'm looking down the barrel of whatever the fuck it was you were showing me.
For the record, I don't own any guns.
They all disappeared in a boating accident.
I don't own any guns. So, Brian, anyway, what were you talking about this week?
I was originally thinking about talking about the attack of the dead men back in World War I in 1915 after a chlorine attack.
We talking about when Aragorn went and led an army of the dead at Minas Tirith?
Yes. John, why don't you take us away on how Aragorn and Legolas and Ghibli convinced the ghosts of wherever the fuck,
It's just Aragorn.
where Aragorn and Legolas and Ghibli. Am I saying that right? Ghibli.
No.
Say, we're only about, 30 minutes into the episode. If you want to give a topic, we're all here.
Well, I was going to do the Attack of the Dead Men, but you guys said that was dumb, and I was like, well, fuck.
We didn't say
Well,
it was
just because
dumb.
you didn't research it.
I know the basics because I
Alright.
listened to the fucking Sabaton song, and then I looked it up.
You're pulling your topic from a power metal song as your
Yeah?
only research a song by Sabaton.
Well, that and I figured out, they're like, you know how I associate my birthday with massive death?
No.
No? Okay. Well, August 6th, usually not really a day. That was Hiroshima. That's why my birthday is historic. Turns out my birthday is historic for other reasons, because the Germans chlorine gassed a bunch of Russian soldiers on that same day.
My father-in-law died on Pearl Harbor Day.
Okay.
Days are fun.
Days are fun.
I have the same birthday
Your father-in-law's
As
death was
Jeffrey
fun.
Dahmer.
as the death day of Chief Little Turtle.
Well, he was a little turtle. He probably didn't get very far. Got hit by a
wow,
walrus.
that was like the lamest attempt
just
at a
let
joke.
that hang there. Just let that
I will
hang.
let that hang there. But what kind of bitch chief is Little Turtle? Get a real name. Big Tortoise. Do something
Yes, because
cool.
Beej is such a real name.
It's not. It's a nickname. But that fucker, he was an Indian, so he had a dumb name. Why is everybody laughing? Huh?
We're waiting for the comments to come in from the reservation.
What comments? What reservation?
Redacted.
Not redacted. We're having a good time. I'm going to start saying racial slurs starting with A.
Give me one that starts with A. Give me one
I
right
can't
now.
think of any that start with A.
Oh, Brian.
Oh, Brian. I really needed to research something.
You know,
in the future.
I kind of feel like Brian's dad. I look at-
Disappointed at every
Yeah.
time.
Disappointed. He
Yeah.
knew right away, too. Disappointed.
Because he wanted to do a topic from a song this episode, and the last time he presented, he did it from a fucking anime.
Hey, Ghost Stories is a great dub. It's fucking hilarious.
Do you know how the English dub came to be?
Yes, I do.
It did not air well in Japan. No one wanted to fucking watch it,
No.
so they bought it cheaply.
Yep.
And
All they
made a
had to do
fucking
were-
joke out of it.
Yep. All they had to do were keep the major plot points the same. You couldn't change the ghost, and you couldn't change how they got rid of it, but you could make up everything else that they were saying. That's why we have there is an official line in an anime in English that says, imagine there's a large black man chasing you, and the little boy falls down, and he goes, well, at least he's not racist.
This is troubling.
Why is that troubling? Is that what was troubling? Jesus Christ.
What are you doing, Brian?
I I will fucking stab you right in the ass. One ass cheek to the other. I'll keep that son of a bitch closed.
It'll keep leaking.
We're perpendicular in that ass
We
crack.
did talk about this last time about how working next to him is just constant anal eruptions from this man.
Those were the exact words you used.
Yep.
And I said that I couldn't smell them, but now I literally cannot smell them.
I don't know if Kevin can smell him or he's just tired of being here.
Yeah.
We're all just trying.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to work through a Brian episode.
Oh, I'm sorry. How about I go first next time?
Let's
How
find,
does that solve it? If you don't have a topic, you don't have a topic, no matter
No,
what order you go in.
I swear. I
His brain
promise.
just-
We will hold
His
you to
brain
this.
just shut off.
I make a promise that next time I come here, I will have a topic and all kinds of bullshit, and I will have notes and post-its and
notes
my
and
hat?
post-its and his
I
hat.
will believe it when I
you see it. Jesus Christ!
Is this even an episode at this point?
Well,
It
yeah, it's an
has to
episode.
be.
It's a buffer episode where you get to learn more about our fucking personalities and John's ass.
Well, you know what we should do? We should post an episode 3, or well, it would technically be episode 8. No, 7.
Jesus Christ!
Episode 7.
Learn your math, you dumb bitch.
It's a 2-second recording of redacted, and
We
it's
tried
titled
this week.
Brian Episode 2: Electric Boogaloo.
redacted.
It's the shortest
Redacted.
episode we've ever posted.
Then you post episode 8 immediately. I suck.
You know who he really is.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Private
I
Pile.
don't think you can get
He's
a man's
small.
dick in your mouth.
Why would you say Private Bile?
Because every time I watch this Full Metal Jacket, all I think about is you.
You better wipe that fucking smirk off your face right now. I'm trying, sir.
Do you have any bars of soap and a towel in the bathroom?
You're not gonna
Ooh.
beat me with a bar.
No, but that would be actually a fun episode. Is we just take advantage of Brian's episode to put a bar of soap in his mouth and see how long he can handle it.
I would eat it.
So that's what we do with Brian episodes from now on. If he doesn't come with research, we give
I get to-
him a test of endurance of some sort.
The one chip challenge.
Yeah, we do something like that. We give him something really spicy.
You're gonna be very
We-
disappointed in that because
you know.
those don't work. I've eaten those.
Okay,
All right,
so
so
we
we
give him
get-
something spicy. We do something really painful. Give him something that tastes bad.
One of those muscle simulators that sits there and electrocutes him.
What, a shot collar?
We pump him full of Valium and just see what happens. You know, we just drug Brian. That's actually no. I mean, it'd be a fun episode. You
It
know,
would.
we pull a little Bill Cosby on Brian and see what
What?
happens.
Yeah, just get a hold of Austin.
Or,
He can get us that stuff.
Just relax.
I don't want Kevin to be here when we're doing that, though.
No, Kevin has to be here for that.
No, he doesn't. Kevin's gonna put his balls on my forehead if he's here.
You hope it's just your forehead.
I fucking hope so. I never want to be in an incapacitated state around you.
Have I in the years we've known each other, have I ever hurt you besides emotionally?
No,
See?
but
You'll be fine.
I've never given you the chance to hurt me physically.
Kevin's harmless, or as my son would say, homeless.
Well, Kevin is homeless.
Yeah, damn. I live in a van down by the river.
Ooh.
But you know, we could have little fun Brian tests, or we'll do video podcasts with Brian, and we'll have him
Stupid
perform.
Brian tricks.
We'll have him perform feats of strength.
Stupid feats of strength, dude. I'm not that strong. Jesus.
I know that, but
That's
it'd
what
be
makes
fun.
it funny.
Lift that rock higher. They kick
Yeah.
you right in the balls.
Yeah, that's what I
Hold it up.
fucking figured.
You know, we have
Spread
a
your
nice,
legs.
we have a nice little format for the podcast, but then every third episode or so, or every fourth episode is just like, you know, Brian trying to pick up a car, or, you know,
How many paintballs till he taps out?
yeah,
It's a lot higher than you think.
you know,
Not
just
where I'm going to shoot him.
Yeah,
Fun
that's why
stuff
I'm wearing
like
a
that.
cup.
how many firecrackers can he hold in his hand?
None. I'm not doing that. I'm not that fucking stupid.
They're not actually that harmless. Or, I mean, they're not actually.
They're not actually that hard.
They're not actually that harmful.
Brian,
You know,
close your
those-
hand around this
Well,
M80.
no, yeah, like those. Well, M80s, yes, but like an actual firecracker. It's
No,
not
because
that
then it'll
big
just
a
rip
deal.
the flesh off
No,
my
it
finger.
won't.
Yes, it will.
I accidentally let one go in my hands when I was a kid, and it was just a regular firecracker. It didn't do a thing.
I think you're lying.
No, firecrackers are really played up. They're not that dangerous. Like
you are a fucking.
Are you familiar with Houston Jones?
No.
So he's a YouTuber who does what he calls bodybuilder versus whatever. He's
that idiot.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so he, for the 4th of July this year, he taped a firecracker to every single one of his fingers and lit them all off. Not one shred of damage.
You know,
You're also talking about the man that took laxatives and tried to do a deadlift.
I really want him as a guest. He's my favorite. That dude cracks me up. He only lives like 3 hours away.
Does he live
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, he lives in Michigan. We should get him on the podcast.
Does he only live in Cincinnati?
No, he lives in Michigan. We should get him on the podcast. He lives in like not far up Michigan either, like Southwest Michigan.
We gotta get people to listen to the podcast first.
No, we don't. We tell him, I bet you can't handle this podcast.
And then he gets here
and it's a challenge for him.
You're here during the Brian episode. He just walks out 10 minutes in. I can't. You people are fucking retarded.
oh,
He's
out
younger
anywhere.
than all of us. He'll do as he's told.
Is he a real bodybuilder?
He's an amateur bodybuilder.
Does he diet and everything?
He's a pretty big dude.
He's not
Like,
Schwarzenegger big.
Yeah, he's not Schwarzenegger big, but he's pretty big.
I say
He's what you could be if you
He's
ever put
stronger.
effort
He's
into.
stronger than any of us.
yeah, that's what I
Well,
figured.
that's not saying much.
I was gonna say.
This is a lot.
Here's what you have to do. You have to drink this beer.
Okay, so to be fair, yes, but Brian and I are stronger than the average man. The average man.
Sure.
So,
Why are you looking at Jason like when you say that? The average man.
because Jason's the average man. He's the epitome of the average man.
I'm fucking Peter Griffin. What are you talking about?
You're the average
I am the
American man.
subpar man.
You're the average American man. But
5'8",
no,
260.
He's a pretty big dude. I think he'd find our podcast to be a challenge, as most people do.
Yeah,
Can he listen to the whole thing?
Can he be here for the whole
be
thing?
Here?
Well, Kevin's here and he hasn't killed me yet, so
Well, just seems like a fun dude.
He did pull out a knife.
so do you.
Yeah, but mine had more intent behind it. He ain't hurting anyone with that little piece of shit he pulled out.
I don't know. He could cut my neck.
Mine's not very sharp.
Am I the only one without a knife?
Are you really not have a knife?
No, because I broke it.
That's so weird for Brian.
I'll
I'm
teach
so
you quit
used to
flipping the fucking
Brian
thing.
always having a knife, and
Well, I
now he's the
didn't-
only one in
I-
the room without one.
I didn't break it because I was flipping it. I broke it because I was using it as a pry bar. And I broke it
Oh.
in half.
Oh,
That's okay, because you always carry $9 knives.
Hey, dude, that was a SOG. That wasn't a $9 knife.
Oh, sorry.
that was a
$20
song.
knife.
$20 knife.
I'm not going to carry around the K-bar. People get mad when you carry around freaking fixed blade
Which reminds
knife.
me, we're going to take our road trip soon
Which one?
to Smoky Mountain Knife Works.
Oh,
We're going
yeah.
to go down to Tennessee to spend money on knives. Buy a whole bunch of knives. Just
I'm
for fun.
gonna buy a katana made in Tennessee.
Do it. Yeah, man. Waifu will love that.
It's my big old sword. Look at it. Isn't it pretty? Why do you never talk to me?
I'll tell you what, though, my butt hurts so much.
You're sitting on
Yeah,
a fucking
I'm
fold-out
sitting on
chair.
a folding chair. And Jason's sitting on like a moderately okay chair with a really nice chair shoved into the corner.
Because the arms of that chair fit just barely under this table.
Mm-hmm.
So when I get on
you're
this-
going to flip that table.
Yeah, if I try and move it all, I flip the fucking table.
I don't see a problem here.
Of course you don't.
The only problem I see
you
here,
don't because you're already wearing your beer.
it's not my
He's
beer.
wearing my beer.
Yeah, I'm wearing Dickhead's beer. I'm going to say the only problem here is my inability to pre-plan.
Or host, even
Or
without
host.
a plan.
Yeah, I can't do
Even
jack
if you don't have a
shit.
topic, you could just direct the conversation.
To where?
Wherever you want it to go. This is your episode.
I want it to go to the bridge and then stand on the railing and then lean forward slightly
God,
and then
so do
let
we.
go.
Wish
so
you
that
would
the
step back from that ledge, my friend.
No, I want that. I don't want it to be any normal bridge. I want it to be like the high bridge over the canyon that has like the 2-foot wide stream that's just all rocks down both sides that you see deer jump off of when they get stuck on it because they're fucking stupid.
Yeah, I've got a really good Brian episode idea. We 127 hours him.
What?
We throw you in a canyon,
Make sure
get you stuck, and see what you do. See how long it takes you to cut off a limb or something to get out of there.
I'd probably just eat the rock.
You know what?
Yes, I love the level of stupidity that comes from Brian, and he doesn't even like flinch when he does it.
Did he try that though?
Biting
Eat the rock.
No. Okay, so listen. What is the hardness difference between like a sedimentary rock and a tooth?
I think the rock still wins.
Could the dude have eaten the rock?
Either way, his forearm was still dust.
Broken.
Dust in the wind. Anyway,
I just feel like he wasn't loud enough.
Wasn't he like in the middle? And I've never seen the movie, so I don't know what he did.
I haven't seen the movie either. I just know the true story.
right.
I don't even know the true story. I just know it was a guy that got stuck for like 5 days.
Yeah, and he had to cut off his own arm with a pocket knife.
I'm surprised he can hang there for that long without it just.
It
ripping
wasn't
off.
No,
hanging.
He fell down into a crevasse and was stuck there.
Crevice.
Fuck off. But he fell down there and had a rock that pinned his arm in place, so he couldn't climb back out.
Oh, so he was just in a pit.
Yeah, so he's on the ground.
like your girlfriends.
Kevin, we don't talk about the skin suit.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
See, I didn't even have to make the joke.
No, I just wanted to sit there in uncomfortable silence where I looked at you like you dumb.
What
motherfucker.
uncomfortable
Which of
silence
the
are you talking about?
Which of the four of us is the most likely to create a suit of skin? That is
Kevin.
actually a good podcast.
Why is this even a
episode.
question? It's Kevin.
You think I'm gonna wear that shit? I'm eating it all.
No.
it's probably John's son.
Yeah.
No, he's just going to have a necklace.
He's a precocious 4-year-old.
Would you fuck me?
We're talking about a 4-year-old, Brian.
I'm talking about...
Where are you?
I'm still thinking of Silence of the Lambs.
Brian is a map. Let's get that on the record.
No.
He's a what?
Nope.
A
Nope.
map.
Nope.
So what?
It's the new
No.
PC word for pedophiles. You're
Yeah.
supposed to call them maps or
What is-
minor attracted persons.
Yeah. I thought it was male approach.
Because, you know, we're supposed to respect that.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
We're not pedophiles. We just like kids. It's like, no, that's you're still a pedophile.
So is this your coming out party here?
What, of me being
Well,
a
you just said
pedophile?
we're not pedophiles anymore. We're
Anymore?
Kevin, when did you get off the list?
I've never been on the list. Those fuckers can't catch me.
Let's talk about something right here.
Right here. Are we going to talk about the sex offender shuffle?
No, let's talk
Which
about
is the most
fact that
fucking hilarious
I
thing. about-
learned after selling my house that my next door neighbor was on the registry.
Which one?
The neighbor.
The guy.
The one with
I
the
don't want
raccoon?
to like single him out because
the raccoon one?
it was not for anything child related.
That was he pissing in his
Let
yard
me
or
ask:
something?
was it the one on the right when you're facing the house, or the one on the left?
Right.
No shit.
Really?
The boyfriend, yeah.
What was he pissing in the yard?
Because he'd moved in recently and with my neighbor, and I never thought anything of it, but yeah, he's on the registry.
Pissing in his yard?
See, I've
No.
never seen any of your neighbors. They always show up like late, and it's like already dark. We're about to
Yeah.
play board games, so
I had really cool neighbors,
On one
except
side.
except for that little hiccup there.
I'm going to say you had cool neighbors on one side,
Which side?
the right side.
Which side is the right side? Which way are we facing?
You're facing east.
If I'm facing east, the right side. Yeah, that's the side.
That's a pedophile.
Yeah.
Not pedophile, just registered sex offender.
Did he assault somebody?
Yeah, it's complicated.
Were they both drunk?
But I was really worried that it was going to affect the sale of my house.
Was he 17 at the time?
No.
Was she
Like
17?
No, it was like 5 years ago.
Like your other friends?
He's
Oh.
like 50-something now, so.
Was it a kid? Were
My,
they-
my other friend. No, that is not my friend.
Oh.
That is a former coworker who was a child molester convicted.
Are you talking about Chomo?
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't know she was 8. She looks at least 10.
Oh, gosh.
Is he still there?
Of course
Yeah.
he is. He's never going to get hired anywhere else.
Okay.
All right, so let's just start over. Brian, what's your topic?
I don't want to start over.
Thank God no one's listening, huh?
Yeah, thank
nobody listens to the Brian episodes. They just skip
There's a
right
guy at the
around.
FBI that has to suffer through like all the weird podcasts. He's just like, fuck this bitch. Somebody made a new one.
No, it's just like everybody learns that like on every third week or fourth week, they're like, oh no, wait, it's the Brian episode. I gotta wait till next week for an episode.
I don't know. Maybe they like listening to ramblings. Who fucking knows?
It's mostly dead air too.
Yeah, we really haven't done well with this one.
Well, we didn't do well with any of the other ones. It's just that we kept talking.
Well, at least last time we talked about toilet demons a little bit.
We talked about a lot of demons a little bit, and then you guys started making fun of me because
So we just picked up from where we left off.
yeah. And Kevin's here, which makes it worse because he keeps
He's
looking
just
at me.
looking at you and not saying anything.
That's why I don't want him near me.
This is gonna be a fun one to edit.
No, it's
Oh.
not. What do you keep in? What do you take out? Fuck.
This would be like a 10-minute episode.
It should be.
Just piece together like a little montage of conversation with a little bit of like.
Just take the individual words and make a whole new
What is that?
episode.
Does that song have a name?
What?
That song.
Which one?
It's the chicken song or something. I can't remember. Let me find it.
You know what I'm talking about?
Like Charlie Chaplin type thing?
I don't know. It's a classic. Come on.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I know it. I know the song, but I don't know the name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm asking if it even has one. I mean, obviously it has one. Every song has a name. Every rose has its thorn.
Look at Brian looking for a topic.
That's the worst song. That's like one of those, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's those staples of, like, high school talent shows. And, like,
No.
you've always got the one dude that sings Every Rose Has Its Thorn, and then that one girl that sings Bring Me to Life by Evanescence.
Or what's the
And
one?
it'll sound like...
Wind beneath my wings.
That isn't it ironic? Where nothing in the song is ironic.
Yeah.
I'm talking about all the girls that tried to sing Evanescence.
I'm talking about one. I'm talking about one very specific girl who seemed to have sang that song every single year.
I never went, so I don't know.
Oh, it was the girlfriend that you had. Don't look like that. You've only ever had one.
I know, but it doesn't mean I've been paying attention. I had to think about it for a second.
Her and another guy. Her and this guy. He like played guitar and she sang it. She's like, and then he was like, "What's the screaming parts
Wake
of the
me
song?
up."
What do they say? They say, "Wake me up" or something. He'd
I
be
don't
like,
know which.
"Wake me up." Like it was like you would like whisper it instead of scream it.
That's weird. I'm confused. What were we talking about that got us to this?
We were talking about your subject this week.
I don't have a fucking subject. God fucking damn it. I'm sorry. I'm unprepared. I apologize.
You'll learn eventually.
I won't.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
the sad part. Don't make it a themed episode.
It is a themed episode. This is canon now. This is 2 in a row.
Yeah, the theme is that Brian can't think to save his life.
Oh man, that's gonna be my theme now. That I don't have to do any research and I just gotta come and bullshit.
That's what you were going to do anyway.
No.
No, but that's the theme now that I don't prepare and I just bullshit
No.
into it. So living in that canon, Brian.
There
will
is no canon.
Brian will never come with a topic.
No, Brian.
Ever.
Nothing is canon.
Nothing is canon.
You could become the best host in this podcast.
I could. Who's to say I'm already not? Shut up, Kevin. You only have 3/5 of a vote. Get out of here.
Is that a comment on my skin color, motherfucker?
Yes.
I will kill you.
Yeah. Can't reach me though.
Wish.
With your busted diabetes legs.
Oh my god, he's plugged in.
Kevin's like the biggest Tiny Tim.
Kevin, don't touch my dick.
I'm not going to touch your dick. It's fine.
I don't want you to touch me with your dick either.
What is it that Tiny Tim says at the end?
God bless us, everyone.
God bless us, everyone.
Have fun, everybody.